On today's Taste Texas,
Oh boy, it's gonna be pizza and beer night.
Pizza and beer. This is going to be a beer braised, caramelized Texas 1015 and kitchen fried mushroom sauce.
Can y'all remember that title?
Hops grow on vines. They grow predominantly in the Pacific Northwest.
so pull up a chair and join us.
Well, hey everybody! Welcome to Taste Texas. I'm Amy Kushner.
And I'm Garth Blackburn.
Oh boy, it's gonna be pizza and beer night.
Pizza and beer night.
Sounds like the perfect Friday night to me.
Okay, so we're gonna make our own crust as a quick option. But if you want super fast, we're also gonna do a prefab crust, and I'll show you all an idea that you might not have thought about for your own homemade or not so homemade crust.
Awesome.
Okay, so we've got some yeast. We're putting that into 3/4 of a cup of warm water.
Uh-huh.
Your little tip for that, actually I should have done before I put the yeast in, is when you put your finger into it, you shouldn't really feel much of anything. If it feels cold, the water's too cold. You put your finger in, it feels really hot, then you need to let the water cool down because that'll kill the yeast.
It feels warm to me.
So slightly warm, but not, it shouldn't be terribly hot. Like you shouldn't have to pull
Right.
your finger out. Definitely don't microwave it. So you're gonna put that in with the water. I'm gonna put some sugar in, and that helps activate the yeast, so it'll be a little bit quicker to get all moving in there. And once that gets rolling, we're gonna mix that in with our 2 cups of flour, a
Okay.
little bit of salt, and a little bit of Texas olive oil. Work it in, and then the key is just allowing that to proof, which is what we have right here. So you want to
yes.
work that one a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Sure.
meanwhile, we're gonna get ready for this is kind of my,
This one looks about ready.
it is, and it has, so it proofed up. You're just gonna kind of work that into a dough ball. You could do this a couple days ahead of time if you'd like. What we're doing for this particular crust is gonna be a different sort of sauce. So we're not doing any marinara, there's no red sauce today. This is going to be a beer braised, caramelized Texas 1015 and kitchen fried mushroom sauce.
Can y'all remember that title?
No, but they said, ooh.
Because it sounds good when you say it like that, but I'll never remember it. So why don't we just call it pizza?
I was gonna say, I don't think I could repeat it anyway. So we're just gonna slice some cremini mushrooms.
Okay.
This is definitely gonna add more flavor. You could use white button mushrooms instead,
Kitchen fried mushrooms.
kitchen fried mushrooms. I'm not a big fan of the portobello for this because it can be a little bit too hearty.
Right.
And we're heating up our pan, so it's actually preheated right now.
Yes.
Feel it warm. And
Yes.
if you'll put in about 2 tablespoons of butter for me,
Okay.
some Texas butter from Garland, Texas, Lucky Layla Farms.
Yeah.
Okay, and as far as everything being bigger in Texas,
Whoa.
the size of that Texas 1015 onion.
Where did you get that?
I know the cauliflower you show, which you compared to the size of my head, this would be more like the size of your head.
Isn't it darling? It's so little and darling.
All right, so right now we're at the beginning of the heart of the Texas 1015 onion season, so it's a sweet onion. We're putting that in. I just slice those into half moons.
Half moons. Okay.
Our mushrooms.
Huh?
Okay, and here's the key on the mushrooms and the onions. Don't add salt too soon. It brings the moisture out. We talked about that with meat before.
Yeah.
Particularly important with the mushrooms and onions, if you want to make sure you get some browning before you add anything else to it, like the salt.
Yeah.
Because if you add the salt right now, it's going to steam, so it'll kind of be soggy
Yeah.
instead of sweet and caramelized.
Now, what if you can't do that little casserole thing? What else can we do? Just asking.
There you go.
Okay. I was
So if
just
you'll
curious.
mix that around for
Because
me.
you wanted to know, didn't you? Thank you.
And to go on this pizza, my favorite ingredient, bacon.
Yeah. I was wondering when you're going to pull that out.
We haven't done bacon in a couple
Oopsie.
weeks. So we're gonna bake that in the oven at 400 degrees for about 16 to 20 minutes till it gets nice and crispy. So I'll put that in
Okay.
right now. And the key is that about 45 minutes ago, I started preheating take a look, are baked stone at about 500 degrees. And this is gonna guarantee that y'all get perfect pizza every time because that baked stone needs to be really hot. And the stone takes a long time to heat up. But once you let it get hot, when that crust goes onto it, you get an immediate sizzle and sear. That's how you get a crunchy crust, perfectly cooked pizza.
I'm so hungry. Y'all better stay with us. We're coming right back.